Bandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sya Om Jnana Timarandasya Jnanajana Shalakaya Shakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gorva Bhistam Supurakam Gurganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanagam Govinda Abhidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyam Divitam Sundaram Bande Vishwaguruncha Divyad Bhagavat Premna Vibija Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandavaranam Balarka Shailanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyambudim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubharam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishvara Sridharam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratabhishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the hidden treasure of the sweet absolute, by Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev-Goswami Maharaj, his translation and commentary. This is chapter 7, Jñana-Vijñana Yoga, knowledge and realization of the Supreme. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha maya-shakti mana-partha yogam yunjan madashraya asamshayam samagramam yata gyashyasi tatshrinu. The Lord said, O Parthe, hear from me how, with mind attached to me, the Supreme Lord, linking your consciousness with me and taking refuge in me alone, you will without doubt be able to know me, my holy abode, my opulences, and my associates. So this chapter is talking about not just gyan, knowledge of the Absolute, but vijñan, of realization of the Absolute. And here, Krishna is saying that he himself gives that realization to his devotee. He's saying that we can hear from the Lord and accept what he says, and he says, by bringing our consciousness into Krishna consciousness, if we will develop our consciousness of the Lord and take refuge in him, then he will reveal himself to his devotee. And you can know him, his holy abode, his opulences, and his associates. So this is, we can say, jnana and vijñana, knowledge and the realization. So realization ultimately has to come from above, by that which is given by the Lord himself. We are endeavoring to serve the Lord, but ultimately, by the Lord's sweet will, he can show everything to us. But it will come through the medium of the Lord's mercy, the mercy of the Vaishnavas, and the chanting of the holy name, of course, but this knowledge will descend to us. And Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshami aseshata yadsgyatva nehobuyo nyads gyatavyam avasishyate. Now I shall reveal to you this knowledge of my absolute power, as well as the realization of my sweetness, knowing which nothing will remain to be known here on this supreme path. So this is, we are endeavoring for serving the Lord, but the Lord ultimately, he will reveal himself to his devotees. He says that only by devotional service can he be known, only by bhakti. Bhakti mam abhijanati yavanyas chasmi tatvata tato mam tatvato gyatva vishate tadanantaram. That if we give the Lord our full devotion, our full dedication, and serve him, then not only we will have knowledge but we will have the Lord. The Lord will reveal Himself to His devotee. So sometimes people question the quality of faith. They say, well, faith is blind. So you're serving the Lord with faith, but anyone can have faith, but that doesn't necessarily mean that one has attained any real understanding of divinity. But actually, along with faith, the Lord reveals Himself to His devotee. And that's what's being talked about here. Jnanam, jnana, and savijnana. Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshami asesheta yadsgatva nehambunyo nyaj gatavyam avasishyate. So we have always heard that jnana, or knowledge, and also that karma and jnana, they're negative qualities. We're not interested in either power or knowledge. But here Krishna says that He can give you realization of His power, and He can also give you realization of His sweetness. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojata Shane Yasu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayada Haitukim. So with the actual practice of devotion, one will get vairagya, or detachment from everything matter, and that will be, normally we associate vairagya with knowledge. Karma leads to exploitation and the desire for power. And jnana normally is associated with detachment. But both that karma and jnana are considered to be negative things. They're still with maintaining the consciousness of one's own importance or one's own individuality as the dominator. But actually, the path of bhakti is one of dedication. So we don't want to be persons who take, but we want to have the quality of giving. And Krishna, He will ultimately reveal to His devotees His power and His sweetness. Anushanam sahasreshu kaschid yaradi siddhaye yaratam api siddhanam kaschim mam veditatvata. Of countless souls, few reach the human form. Of thousands of human beings, very few try to realize the soul and the super soul. And of thousands who have attained such realization, hardly one can actually know me, Shyamsundar. So many living entities, it is very, very difficult to get a human form. It is out of 8,400,000 species we hear, 400,000 are humans. So, durlabam manusham janma. What is it? Bhajahure mana shinandanandana aboya charanara vindare durlabam manava janama satsange tora e baba sindare. Durlabam manava janamam satsange. It's very durlabha manava janama satsange. Janma satsange. It's very hard to get a human birth. It's not something that should be taken for granted, to actually be born as a human being. But what distinguishes a human from an animal? The animals are just interested in basically eating, sleeping, mating, and defending themselves. And we see that going on national levels. But there is something more to life than just these qualities, and that is what distinguishes the humans from the animals. The humans can actually utilize their life properly. Then out of many, many souls, it is rare for one to have attained a human birth, and out of thousands who have attained out of many who have attained a human birth, there is hardly anyone that is interested in understanding spiritual knowledge, to understand themselves as a spirit soul and as a servant of the Lord. And out of many, many thousands of those who try for some realization, Krishna says that only one can know me as I am, or we can hear mentioning in the form of Shyam Sundar. So when Krishna reveals himself, when chance one serves the Lord by the Lord's divine will, he can present himself to his devotee. As I mentioned, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santasa Daiva Rida Yeshu Valokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Guna Swarupam Govindamadi Parusham Tamhamba Jami. But he doesn't just reveal himself as Shyam Sundar. He will appear, we will see Radha and Krishna within our heart. The Lord will reveal himself along as we heard with his associates. And of course, Radha and Krishna, Srimati Radharani, the Lord is never alone. We always worship the Lord with Radharani, and we do not see Krishna by himself. And so when he appears to his devotee, we'll see the divine form of Shri Radha Krishna within our heart. By the Lord's own sweet will, he says he can reveal himself with his power and with his sweetness. So, power, the predominating Lord is Krishna, and sweetness, the sweetness which will come from even the name of conjugal love, Madhurya Ras, Madhura, means sweetness. So with Shri Radha and Krishna, we'll understand the power of Krishna and the sweetness, Shri Radha and Krishna. They'll present themselves in our heart to our devotee. When, you may ask, when there is no timeline for this. It is by the mercy which comes from above, but from the Lord, his devotees, there is divine association by the will of Sri Gurudev, by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his divine associates, we can get everything. Then here we hear about Bhumiraponnalo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha Hangara iti amme Bina Prakritir Ashtana. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego are the 8 divisions of my illusory potency in this world. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bina prakritir ashtada. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego are the 8 divisions of my illusory potency in this world. In this verse it is expressed that jnana, or knowledge, in the true sense of the word and in accordance with the precepts of devotion, is actually Bhagavad Aishwarya Gyan, or knowledge of the supremacy of the Lord. The general seekers of knowledge may consider realization of the soul as distinct from the body and material elements to be enlightenment, but this does not constitute ultimate knowledge. Thus, to explain the conception of his lordship, the Lord reveals his forms, his potencies, and their characteristics. My different aspects are Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Brahman is non-differentiated, formless aspect of my potency. Paramatma, the supersoul, is also an appearance of my potency in relation to the cosmic manifestation. And this aspect of mind is not eternally manifest. Only my form of Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, is my eternal self, and in this form, my three eternal potencies exist as Antaranga, or Chit-Shakti, the internal divine potency, Bahiranga, or maya-shakti, the external illusory potency, and Tatastha, or Jiva-Shakti, the marginal potency comprising the innumerable living beings. In this verse, the Lord has described his external illusory potency. And this is a commentary of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So in this verse, the Lord has explained his external illusory potency, or his maya-shakti, Bahiranga Shakti. But we can see here that even this knowledge, bhumirapo nalo vayu kam mano buddhirevacha, then we're understanding of earth, water, air, fire, and earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These are the gross material elements. Then we understand mind, mana, intelligence, buddhi, and ahankara, ego. So the body, we can say there is, even for ourselves, there is an outer covering, which is the gross body. But within that gross body, there is also the subtle body, consisting of mind, intelligence, and false ego. But all of these together, they are all aspects or elements within the material nature. And that is what's being described in this verse. Bhumirapo nalo vayu. Then we go on from there. Aparayamitastvanyam prakritim vidime param jivabhutam mahabaho yayedam daryate jagat. O mighty hero Arjuna, this external worldly nature is inferior, but know that superior to this nature is my marginal potency, comprised of the individual souls. Worldly existence is adopted by the souls for enjoyment through fruitive actions. The divine world emanates from my internal potency, and the mundane world from my external potency. The potency of the living being is known as marginal, as they are constitutionally situated midway between these planes. They may choose to reside either in the mundane plane or the divine. So superior to the material elements, we hear about the marginal potency comprised of the individual souls. There it says, Apareyam itastvanyam prakritim vidime param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam daryate jagat. Then we're hearing about paraprakriti. First we heard about prakriti, and then comes paraprakriti, which is the living entities who are sustaining this world. Worldly existence is adopted by the souls for enjoyment. And some may go towards the superior spiritual energy, and some may be drawn down by the material energy. So that's why the living entity is called marginal. Itad yonini bhutani sarvan iti upadaraya aham krishnasya jagata prabhava pralayastata. Know that all species, either moving or stationary, are manifest from these two natures as the field of action and the knower of the field. And I alone am the cause of the manifestation and dissolution of the entire universe. Know that all species, either moving or stationary, are manifest from these two natures as the field of action and the knower of the field, and I alone am the cause of the manifestation and dissolution of the entire universe. So the field of action is the material body, and that's consisting of the material elements that we heard about in the Bhumirapo Nilo Vayu, Vayu Kammano Buddharevacha, Ahankarati Me, Bina Prakriti Rashtada. That's the field of action, the body. And the knower of the field is the soul. But the Lord is also present within all the bodies, and He is the ultimately the supreme knower of all fields of action. So within this body is Atma and Paramatma, the Lord and the individual Jiva soul. So the Jiva soul, he is the knower of the field of action in the sense that he has consciousness due to the presence of the soul spread throughout his body. And if anyone will touch this body, then immediately one is aware of that. But what is happening with other persons, they are the knower of their fields of action, but we are not knowers in that universal sense. We don't know. I don't know what's going on with somebody else's existence. But the Lord, ultimately, He's the supreme knower. As He told Arjuna, many, many births both you and I have taken, I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O Arjuna. So there is a difference between the individual soul and the supreme soul. Mata parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam protam sutre mani gana iva. O Arjuna, there is nothing superior to me. All existence depends on me like gems strung on a thread. O Arjuna, there is nothing superior to me. All existence depends on me like gems strung on a thread. So the Lord so beautifully is sustaining everything. And the complexities of material existence, the complexity of this world, the complexity of this galaxy, the complexity of countless universes, the complexity of so many life forms. Everything that we see is inconceivable. Srila Maharaj, he said that something is known according to its potential. Everything is known according to its potential. So when we consider that aspect, the potentiality of everything, then it is inconceivable. We are only seeing things two-dimensionally, and yet we are amazed. But there is so much beyond what we see and what we experience, what we know. But here Krishna says, there is nothing superior to me. There is nothing beyond me. And He is sustaining everything. All existence depends on me, like gems strung on a thread. He is sustaining everything, every aspect of life, every aspect of existence is being sustained by the Lord Himself. Then, Rasoham apsu konteya prabhasmi shashi suryayo pranava sarva vedeshu shabdake purusham nishu. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water. I am the radiance of the sun and the moon. I am Om, the fundamental vibration in all the Vedas. I am the sound in the ether, and I am the masculinity in men. So, there are so many things that are essential to our life. For instance, water. Life cannot be sustained without water. The human body is consisting mostly of water, we hear. And persons are taking so many different drinks. Some of them are sweet and some of them are bitter. But actually, Krishna here says that he's the taste of water. Where we are staying, one has a special appreciation for the water here because it is very wonderful. And Krishna says that purity, I am the taste of water. I'm the radiance of the sun and the moon. The sun is also sustaining all life, and the moon is helping with the growth of all forms of vegetation. So, I am the radiance of the sun and the moon. I am Om, the fundamental vibration of the Vedas. And that sound vibration, Om, that is a vibration of Krishna. Of course, we're also chanting the Maha Mantra. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given his Sankirtan mission to everyone. So Om is the fundamental sound of the Vedas, but the Maha Mantra given by Mahaprabhu, that is also the presence of worship of Radha and Krishna contained within that Maha Mantra. So I am Om, the fundamental vibration of the Vedas, and I'm the sound and ether. So the material elements, they begin with ether, which contains sound, and from that ether, from that sound, comes sky, which has, first we have ether has sound, and the sky has touch, and so we have ether, sound, sky, touch, fire, form, water, taste, and earth, smell. So everything starts from that first quality. It all starts from that first quality of sound in the ether. Then comes the air and the successive qualities. So I am the sound in the ether, and here Krishna says, I am the masculinity in men. Okay. O son of Kunti. So these are all qualities by which one can perceive divinity, like the Lord's presence within this material world in the form of taste of water. Everyone has tasted water, the radiance of the sun and the moon, Om, the fundamental vibration of the Vedas, sound and ether, and masculinity in men. We're living in a world of so many persons that are establishing themselves as leaders or as in this way. And 9. Punyo ganda prativyam cha tejas chasmi vibhavaso jivanam sarvabhuteshu tapas chasmi tapasvishu. Punyo ganda prativam cha tejas chasmi vibhavaso jivanam sarvabhuteshu tapas chasmi tapasvishu. I'm the pure fragrance of the earth. I'm the radiance of fire. I'm the lifespan of all beings. And in ascetics, I am the power to endure dualities such as cold and heat. I'm the pure fragrance of the earth. I'm the radiance of fire. I'm the lifespan of all beings. And in ascetics, I'm the power to endure dualities such as cold and heat. And ultimately, we have to endure so many dualities in this world. We have to endure cold and heat, happiness and distress. This is a world of so many dualities. And those who actually wish to to endure and to progress in this world, they must endure so many dualities. In our lifetime, we're knowing that. And we heard the explanation given by Srila Govinda Maharaj that nobody is looking for unhappiness. We have happiness and unhappiness. That's a duality. No one is looking for unhappiness. And yet, unhappiness will come without us looking for it. And then it is to be understood that all these dualities present themselves. Whatever, there is always one, then there is the other. There is always happiness, there's always unhappiness. There's always heat, there's also cold. There's pleasure, and then there's pain. So many dualities. But one has to be able to not pursue these dualities. One is not to be looking for happiness. One is not to be overly concerned with pleasure. One has to be able to continue existence, but placing one's attention in something beyond the dualities of this material world. And that is actually our eternal spiritual existence, to establish our eternal relationship with the Lord. So, I'm the pure fragrance of the earth, I'm the radiance of fire, I'm the lifespan of all beings, and in ascetics, I'm the power to endure duality such as cold and heat. And here. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidiparta sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinam maham. O Partha, know me as the eternal, original cause of all life forms. I am the intelligence of the intelligent, the power of the powerful. O Partha, know me as the eternal, original cause of all life forms. So, people may talk about how much confusion they say, how much problems religions produce in this world. But we're not just talking about religion. We're talking about the divinity of life itself, of how life itself is a quality that's beyond material existence, beyond the material nature. This life that we're living is divine. It has so many experiences and something. Each person, their life is divine. Every species, just the fact that they exist, that is divine. So know me as the eternal original cause of all life forms. And every life form has this divinity there, just the fact that they are existing, that they are conscious. I'm the intelligent of the intelligent and the power of the powerful. So, there's so many ways we are hearing from Krishna in which he is personally present and how he can be perceived. If one is a little bit perceptive. Now, these are not necessarily when we hear the taste of water and so many other things. These are just a matter of some positive perception on our part. I used to always hear from one person who was a friend of mine. That was a Kinchan Maharaj. He used to also talk about how one has to be introspective. One should not just be living external existence, but one must be introspective. And these are all, we can say, in ways in which one can be introspective and perceive divinity just in our daily life and in the life of others. We can perceive that divinity present. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption that we had. We started and then we lost connection. Whatever I said there, we ultimately had to go back and start over again. So, due to the lateness of which when we began, now I'm going to end here. And our next reading will be on Thursday, and then we'll continue with this chapter 7. This chapter is called Jñana-Vijñana Yoga, knowledge and realization of the Supreme. Hariharaya Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namah
Hariharaya Namah Krishna Jadavaya Namah
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatam Bhakta Raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raguna H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Javaite Vignana Shabishta Puran H.I. Gosai Charmui Taradas Tasavar Padarenu Mora Panchagras Tadir Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Janame More Abilas H.I. Gosai Chabe Braje Koilabas Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koryan Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudan Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Nitai Gaura Hari Bo Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Jai Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Chu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajaka Charyashta Tara Sadha Shishimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajaka Charyashta Tara Sadha Shishimad Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsiko Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvaparenya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Dham Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Koladvip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Brahmanande Hari Hari Bol.
Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.